A devastating blow to one Southern Oregon community as a major employer is shutting down. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Dan Joseph.
And I'm Laura Kavanaugh. That is our top story tonight. At 11, a serious hit to Josephine County as one of the community's largest and longtime employers in the Illinois Valley is forced to shut its doors and close up shop. It's the end of the road for an Illinois Valley institution. On Wednesday, Rough and Ready Lumber, which recently celebrated its 90th year in business, announced the closure of its lumber mill in Cave Junction.
Having to make this decision's been just terribly difficult for us.
CEO Jennifer Krause-Philippi says she's both heartbroken and frustrated to have to shut down the family lumber business her grandparents founded back in 1922.
We want our employees today saying goodbye to one another. There's a whole community, a whole family of people who are breaking up, and we feel responsible for it. And I'm sad.
A third-generation family business that provided 85 critical jobs to people in the region, but those jobs will be cut, just like the timber that once fueled this community. The problem, Rough and Ready says the mill has been unable to secure a sufficient supply of logs from the surrounding federal forest to remain competitive.
A terrible shame that we can't have public policy that'll make that happen.
This was Philippi back in 2011 after the BLM blocked a timber sale over new protections to federal forest land and the spotted owl.
It's really hard as a business to be able to continue reinvesting in the company when you can't count on what's going to happen next year.
The mill sits on 2.7 million acres of forest land, 80% of which is owned by the federal government. And while half of the forest growth was harvested historically, now only 7% of annual forest growth is available for harvest.
I always liken that to being in a grocery store and starving to death. You know, you sit there with all this food around you and you're not able to eat any of it. I mean, that's what it feels like with a sawmill in the middle of a beautiful federal forest that could be managed on a sustainable basis.
Now, Philippi says instead of the unmanaged forest deteriorating with disease, she says it's Rough and Ready, the lifeline to 85 families, that has crumbled. Rough and Ready says they will provide mill employees with severance pay and assistance in finding new jobs.